9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment in Middle Georgia sales and services.
Coke, don't worry about Pepsi. I had to go see a man about a meal.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose.
Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a Lego.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt.
Better say it with your chest.
Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
What's happening, everybody?
What's good? What's good?
Hello, hello, hello.
I see Mr. Robert is the first one in the chat tonight. How you doing, Mr. Robert? What's going on, Mr. Pace? How you doing? Like and share. We certainly appreciate it. We certainly appreciate it. How was you all's weekend?
Sleep.
Man, it was good. I ain't got no complaints about it. Their weekend don't owe me nothing.
Not a thing. Me either. What's going on, Mr. Tate? What's going on, Mr. Myrick? How y'all doing? That extra hour came right on time. I mean, man, I had an awesome weekend. Like I said, it doesn't owe me anything. It was just phenomenal. Okay, we got Mr. Sneed in the building. How you doing, Mr. Sneed? Coming on after a big win on Friday. Congratulations to the Irwin County Indians. What's going on, Mr. Jones? How you doing out there in Texas? Again, my football weekend was perfect. You hear me? It was perfect. Like, I can't. My Trojans won. My Wildcats won. The Bulldogs won. The Falcons won. And guess what else? Albany State lost. Florida lost. The Saints lost. And the Cowboys lost. I should have played Powerball this weekend. I would have won. I'm telling you, I would have won. What's going on, Obadiah? How you doing? Now, Mr. Farley, I don't know why you missed your pick'ems. You were ahead of everybody. You missed 1 week, and now you gotta scratch your way back in. I believe in you. No, Mr. Farley. I'm telling you, we on the outs right now. We have philosophical differences right now. But I'm glad you had a good weekend, Mr. Myrick. So it's hard to believe, guys, but the regular season will technically be over this weekend. And then we start a whole new season.
Yep.
What's going on? What's going on, Mr. Poole? How you doing, Mr. May? I see y'all put a hurting on Lucy Laney. You getting what's going on, Perry? Okay, I just gotta say this. Boy, stop claiming UGA. You jinxing us. Now what's gonna happen? What happened to Oregon? I don't understand you. I don't okay, be quiet. But anyway, how you doing, Paris? How's everybody doing?
I'm sorry. That's funny.
This weekend in high school football, there were a lot of upsets or a lot of games, the outcomes I did not see coming. I was shocked. I'm glad everybody's okay. Paris. I'm glad everybody's okay. Um,
I was shocked too. Imagine me sleeping through Friday's show, and when I woke up, I was like, "Whoa,
whoa.
what
And when
happened?"
I saw the Fitzgerald score, I said, "Now see, they have given my sister another reason not to like them. They just
Child,
won't do right with her, Shakira."
mm-mm. Little lilac drizzles.
Heck nah. What you
Oh,
say?
Lilac drizzles.
she said
Yeah, that
lilac
is
juice.
hilarious.
Woo. Obadiah says he took all the signs out of his yard for safety reasons. Okay. You gotta take care of you. Mr. Allen, he said he is gone. We're looking for a new head coach. Who is he, Mr. Allen? What set you claiming, sir? Um, Man Lake said, yep, they did. We're getting ready for the region championship game Friday against Thompson. That's gonna be a good one. How you like your chances, Mr. Main? Oscar says if it wouldn't have been any confusion in Double A, if Pierce would have thrown the apple in the trash can. Thanks, Barry Van.
Exact. Thank you on that one. So we're gonna get to that sooner or later.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, it just kind of messed a whole bunch of stuff up. Paris says if Crawford County wins Friday against Tableton, they'll play Manchester first round, and they should go 5-5. Well, at least you'll make it to the playoffs, baby. I mean, you never say never, Paris, but if you can beat Tableton, which I believe you can, baby, you finna run into a buzzsaw. But that's okay. That's okay. You made the 32. So pat yourself on the back. Oh, Mr. Allen said, "Oh, Coach Bay." Okay, well, all right, Mr. Allen, we'll see. Now, some people say he's out of there. Some people say he's gonna have one more year. I ain't gonna get into all y'all business like that, but you know what the street committee is saying, and you know how the street committee feels about the whole process. So we'll see how that works out. That's all I can say. I want what you want, whatever that is, Mr. Allen, whatever that is. But the fact that y'all not only lost the veterans but didn't score, that's tough. That's hard to overcome. Maine says he thinks they're gonna pull it off against Thompson. Okay, what's going on, Mr. Jones Sr.? He said they played the worst third quarter of all year. Antoine Hill is a real dude. He is definitely a real dude and just a great young man. Oh, shut up, Oscar. I'm gonna forget this. I'm gonna forget it's Monday. I said Tableton. You shut up. I didn't say Tappleton. You can't hear. That's all that is. I said
Look, I'm the only one on the panel that can't talk English correctly.
Tappleton. Ooh, Pierce County in the building. How you doing, Barry? Yeah, I mean, I could have told you that, Barry. I've been in Facebook jail before, but I could always comment on, what's called. But it should be 48 hours. You should be free to
He
roam
should be
on
free by
Facebook.
now.
Yeah, you should be free to roam. Um, Paris said Tableton is down with 13 players. Some guys were suspended against Macon County. Okay, so y'all will make the playoffs and y'all play another week. And I'm sorry, you're gonna get mollywopped. Um, uh, you shut up, Oscar. I say it like I want to. Mr. Fletcher, what's good? He said Tools County in the building. He hears Dublin talking crazy after they lost. Trust me, you ain't Savannah Christian and you don't want this smoke. Mm-hmm. Y'all heard that, Dublin? He said that with his chest too. And honestly, Dodge County, almost pulled it off. So yeah, they need to be careful. It's gonna be interesting. Obadiah said, "Do we see any upsets in the first round of the playoffs next Friday?" Um, Possibly. I have to look at the brackets and really, really see. You right, Mr. Robert. New season next week playoff. Chris said word is Northside Warner Robins had a bunch of players suspended. Either way, it's not a good look, Mr. Pace. It's not a good look.
Whatever. Sound like an excuse to me.
Um, Barry Oscar said you need to go back to Facebook jail. The fact that Oscar Miles is not in Facebook jail, it still boggles the mind because that boy is crazy. What's going on, John? How you doing? TCC in the house. Y'all had a win against Coffee County on Friday. Congratulations. Um, what's going on, Mr. McKelvin? How you doing? And how do you feel about your chances in the playoffs? How far you think y'all can go? Let us know. Man, oh man, oh man. So panel, I'm not panel, listeners, tell us about your weekend and what you did, how your teams did. What's going on, Mr. Byram? How you doing? Congratulations on Macon County winning their region championship. It's a new season. Oscar said you got to know how to move strategically. Okay, then. Okay, Nick. Let me give you a clue. Y'all gonna be in the same bracket. Don't say nothing to it till y'all get there. Okay, she hurt your feelings. just let the feisty bulldog rest a little bit. What's going on, Elmo? How you doing? How is your weekend, Elmo? No comment. No comment.
Yeah, we already know how that one was.
Yeah. He said he ain't coming out of sideways. It's all love for real. We know. It's definitely
I'm
gonna be a
just
good day.
chilling. I'm just chilling till I gotta say something. But don't poke the bear.
Yeah, don't poke the bear. Let's see. What's going on, Mr. Bell, Bryan County? Nick said, how about them cowgirls? How
Yeah,
about
what
them?
about him? What about him?
He was laughing. They lost. It was
I know that's
beautiful.
what I'm saying. Ain't nothing to celebrate about him.
When did that mess up his hamstring? Was that toward the end of the game or was it?
Man, I'm still trying to figure that one out.
So he played like because baby, I was asleep. I'm old. I was asleep.
He play. I don't. You know what? I'm at the game, and I don't even know when he came out.
Well, dang, you must have been tired too.
I
Uh
guess.
oh wow, Kelvin. He said they won in spite of possibly having the worst coaching staff in the state. Ooh,
Who is that?
shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. Okay, Nick, I'm gonna need you to rephrase that. he said he ain't gonna poke you, baby. Ooh. Okay, maybe it's just my mind in the wrong spot.
Yep. And no, it ain't just you. You see I ain't even like it. I just had to skip on over that. I trust that you
Ooh.
wouldn't, Nick. I trust that you wouldn't.
Oh, Marquis said his weekend was great. He spent most of the day watching football. Oscar said he messed up his hamstring in his head. Wasn't nothing wrong with him. Nick said the same thing. There wasn't no hamstring. It was the month. You
Yeah,
are
and that's
terrible.
and that's what I'm thinking.
Um, Paris says that Macon County will play Greenville in the first round, and Greenville has a running back that's leading and rushing in their region. Okay, what's going on, Mr. McDaniel? How you doing? Uh, Chris said sounds like an excuse to me, thirsty.
Uh,
Let's see.
Excuse saying what? For who?
I don't know. He'll tell you. Kelvin said it was like 8 minutes left in the game when Dak got hurt. I can't let them stress me out anymore. Well, here's the thing, Kelvin. I think Jerry might be willing to listen and kind of get rid of McCarthy. I think. Do you think that and possibly trading that? What do you think about that, Kelvin? Like, I would like to know what a Cowboys fan think because he and Tick are true blue Cowboys fans. So I'm interested in what they think. I know they don't like Jerry, but do you want to get rid of Mike McCarthy? Do you want to get rid of Dak? Like, what do you want?
It's Jerry. It's Jerry that's holding them back. I
Yep.
don't care how you spin it. That's what the problem is right there.
Let's see. Oh, hush, Oscar. I'm just not even read that. Tony says Ware County's been so inconsistent this year, so it's hard to tell where they're going to end up if he's being honest. Kyla said Jerry need to fire himself. John says that came out in the fourth quarter, and CD sprained his shoulder.
Well, see, I mean, we know CeeDee Lamb took a little shot towards the end, but for the most part, though, like I said, them Cowboys just got drugged.
Yeah, Obadiah said just what our excuses. See, you trying to what excuses are tools of incompetence used to build bridges to nowhere and monuments of nothingness. That's what they are. Man, Lewis. Man, what's going on? How about them Burke County Bears? Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Lewis. Nick says that defensive lineman from Savannah Christian is as good as advertised. I do. You talk about Elijah. Yeah, I believe that. And I'm just thinking, you know, I'm just real glad that he's going to heading up to Athens. I mean, they got a great recruiting class this year. Kelvin wants the Cowboys to hire Bill Belichick and fire Mike McCarthy and Mike Zimmer.
You do not want Bill Belichick in your organization.
I just don't see how Bill Belichick and Jerry Jones are going to have a meeting of the minds. It's hard for me to see Jerry Jones and Bill. They both like control. I just don't see how that's gonna work. But hey, the Mike McCarthy experiment didn't work. I mean, I guess y'all can go with it.
And I totally agree with you on that.
I think it's a marriage made in hell, Kelvin. Yeah. But Oscar says they get rid of that for a pack of Skittles and a pick of pig feet. A dumpster
Heck no.
truck. But I'm like, who's gonna take on his contract though? I mean, they gave that boy a lot of money. John wants him to get rid of everybody and keep CD Lamb. So you want him to build a team around CD Lamb. Okay.
And I'm sorry, but you cannot build a team around a receiver. You can build a team around a quarterback, maybe a running back, but not a receiver. I don't see it happening.
Speaking of running backs, did you see Saquon Barkley?
Yes, and that backwards hurdle he did.
Yes, that was some Madden stuff. Like I've never seen that before in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen Barry Sanders play. Like, whoa! Shout out to Saquon Barkley. Shout out to him. What's going on, Mr. Shields? Sorry for getting on late. I was having a secret garden moment. Rest in peace, Quincy Jones. I know that's right.
And we're gonna leave it at that.
Rest in peace.
We're gonna leave it at that. Ain't nobody trying to get in trouble tonight.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, let me be quiet. Let me be quiet.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, Nick, my cousins from Dublin received your message, and they said they do want all the smoke.
Ooh.
Carry on.
Ooh. I heard that. Marquis says Jerry is getting his karma for firing Jimmy Johnson from back in the day. Yeah, they probably could have won a few more Super Bowls had they kept him. Bernard Benjamin, welcome to the podcast. He said you can't trade him now with the new contract. We didn't do anything during the offseason trying to build a championship team with Dollar Tree money. That's because you gave it all to Dak and CD. Well, CD, deserved it. Paris said he had fun at the Falcons game on Saturday. Anthony Poole, welcome. Washington County Hawks in the house. Welcome to our podcast, Mr. Poole. Woo! Nick Fletcher. Shots fired. What we saying? Boop. Boop. A ping.
Hell nah. Cole, you stupid.
He said, "Hey, why that decaf team say they threw that game?" Yeah, I stole that saying. Uh, uh, any Trojan fans in the house from Douglas that would like to answer that question? I will say I don't know that they threw it. I think some of their fans wanted them to throw it, or they're not sad that they lost because the bracket the third seed is probably more favorable than all of the others. Although 5A is really difficult, so I won't say they threw it, but they're not too upset that they lost. Um, Brian Jones says Bill is too old, just like Jerry. That's another Cowboy fan, a Cowboy fanatic. You hear me? What's going on, man? Man said it won't work. He said, Brian Jones says, I love my Cowboys still, though. I just know we ain't no good right now. The fake Mr. Robert is in the building. Welcome, mic check 1 2 1 2. Is this mic on? Yes, fake Robert, it is on. We hear you and we see you. Barry, this is what says this. This is getting messy.
Yeah, what it is.
So messy.
Hey, good people.
What's going on, Mo? How you
What's going
doing?
on, Mo?
I'm just sitting doing a little speed dating. That about it.
Oh, you speed dating right now? You
At 8
multitasking?
At 8 o'clock.
Oh wow! So at 8 o'clock, you're you got your okay. I see you, Mo. You speed date. You excited?
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I'm seeing what's to it.
Okay, so like you gotta ask the questions real quick because it's like I said, it's speed dating. So if they ask you a question, you know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I'm ready. Locked
Okay.
in, see it, ready to go.
Okay, so you can't be shy. You got to, and they're gonna be nosy because you ain't got a whole bunch of time. So you just gonna have to tell them the truth. And
I was just on live with them. They were asking me all them questions. I couldn't even answer half of them.
Wow.
Y'all later.
But you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it right now, right? You're gonna do it at 8 o'clock. We rooting for you. Everybody, let's root for Mo. Woohoo!
Do your thing, Mo. Do your thing.
Do your thing. And see, next year this time we might be being introduced to a new sister-in-law. We don't know. But you go ahead and show them your stellar personality, okay?
I score for 10 folks. I'll holler at y'all.
All right. See you later, Mo.
Later.
Hold on,
Okay,
I'll be right back. I got to go use the restroom.
Okay, you could have just said you had to powder your nose or something. You could have just said you had to be back. We ain't got to know you got to go pee. But thank you. Barry. Barry would like to know, can anyone please tell me what is a region state championship? Baby.
Oh, that's what Athens County won this past weekend.
Yeah, that's it. Congratulations, Apple County, on your region state championship. I didn't know those existed, but you learn something new every day. Congratulations to the Apple County Pirates. Nick says CD Lamb is out of there. I don't know about that. Nick said they need to drug test Saquon Barkley. They probably will.
Shit, they need to drug test Derrick Henry too.
I know it. Yeah, he's just old truck, isn't he? It's fine stuff. It's fine.
No, I don't know about that part there, but they need to drug test.
I'm telling you, he's strong and virile. Oh man. Okay, Marquis says the Cowboys.
I'll let you have that one.
I know, and I'm gonna take it all by myself. The Cowboys haven't recovered from that 47-9 loss to the Detroit Lions. Yeah, that was just disrespectful. Obadiah says, and that's a great suggestion, Obadiah. We appreciate you. He said to the people in the comments, share the live so we can get more interaction with the people that you support. Chris says Appleton County winning versus Pierce is a game that surprised me. Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't anticipate that at all. But Appleton County showed improved. Now Barry says, that they did have 100, almost 200 yards in penalties. So I don't know if they actually committed them or if he's saying the refs had some phantom calls. I don't know, but congratulations to Appleton County on their state region championship. Maine says he's just waiting on Friday. Two of the, uh, I guess, Augusta area's best running backs going at it.
Mm.
Da, 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 da. Okay. Dak has no trade clause and no franchise clause. I don't know what that means.
He
But
can't be
okay.
traded and he can't be franchise tagged. If he if,
Oh,
if if he is to be traded, he has to approve it.
wow. I would think he'd want to get out of there. That's just me. Makes Mr. McDaniel say anytime Dallas loses, it's a win for me. I can't stand their ass. I don't like them either. Uh, let's
Hell
see.
no.
Let's see. Oscar said these folks starting to come out the woodworks when they winning or got in the playoffs. You are absolutely correct. But you know what? We welcome you to the podcast. Y'all come on in and interact with us. We don't want you to be shy. Now, what I will say is when you go in the group and you're sticking your chest out after a win, after you hadn't been there for months, and then you just come on right after the win, sticking your chest out, that's not a good look. Okay? I'm just letting you know. It's not a good look. But again, we welcome you to the podcast. We welcome your input. We want you to talk. We want you to discuss the game. We want you to do all that. But that whole poking your chest out after you won and you hadn't been there, that doesn't really look really good to me. Mr. McDaniel said, "Did you see that third seed bracket? My lord, which classification? You talk about 5A? Yeah, we saw it. We'll discuss it a little bit. What's going on, Mr. Map? How you doing? Welcome. Uh, Congratulations to the Raiders on their win against Toombs County on Friday evening. Kelvin Byram says Bill Belichick ain't trying to be the face of the team. That's what we need in Dallas. Robert Kraft wasn't giving the media sound bites and interviews. Oh, okay.
Mm.
Mr.
If you
Benjamin
say
said
so.
he said he's still riding with his boys. Mr. You're right, Mr. Pace. I take the back road home every day to avoid the traffic. It works every time. I hear you, Mr. Pace. I hear exactly what you're saying. I hear you. Nick asked where Dro is. Dro, he might pop up, he might not. His schedule, he's a busy man. And his schedule requires him to go to sleep real early. So sometimes when he comes here, he's actually making a huge sacrifice because he's really cutting into his nap, to his sleep time. But when most of us are calling hogs, he is actually working. So we give him grace. Oscar says, "Speed dating. Hey Mo, let me be your helper, boy. I'll get you one in 30 seconds flat."
Heck no.
I'm sure you would, Oscar, but I guess you got a good pickle. We'll see.
That's all.
Morris,
I'm just gonna laugh on that. Okay.
Morris said, "Reel them in." Uh, Jeremy, I'm almost positive he don't want nobody you got for him. And how many did you pick up in Jacksonville Saturday? Uh, Nick said, "Y'all seen Deuce Bigelow here about to date girls like that?"
Yeah. Boy, you stupid. Cole. Cole, you stupid. That's all I'm gonna say on that one.
Ooh, woo. Oh my goodness. Uh Yeah, Henry is a beast. Thank you, Barry. He said I'm the real MVP. Yep, I love you too. Um, Mr. Brown says, what good games are left for the week? It's about
Oh,
11.
you will see tomorrow, and we're gonna discuss on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's about 11 games left, and some of them, and they're for region championships. A decent amount of them. So yeah, let's see what's going on. Marquis says Derrick Henry is a dog. When he gets full speed, it's over. Yeah, get out of the way. Um, what's going on, Mr. Hadley? How you doing? What's going, Erica? Da? Oh no, go on and block the troll shit. What was I thinking?
Who we blocking?
Eric, that game will be broadcast here. Erie Da. I should have known. I thought I saw Erica. You gotta get your
Uh,
ass up, man. You bot.
uh, Dag
What's going on, King
I got you.
Cornelius? How you doing? Robert too busy hanging out there at the massage parlors. True. Morris. He said Kraft was at the rubbing too. I'm sorry, y'all. You know, I know I got an ugly laugh. I'm sorry. Rocky said, "Let's do a date night show. We drivers are out here. Y'all drivers. The last thing y'all need is a dating show. Y'all probably got about 3-4 women on in 4 different parts of the country. No, that's the
Well,
last
that's
thing
one.
y'all need.
Yeah, that's one thing we ain't about to do on here.
No, y'all definitely don't need that.
And don't y'all say a damn thing.
We ain't got nothing to say, Mike.
We got
Oh,
nothing to
okay.
say. We got nothing to say.
Good. We're gonna keep it like that for the rest of the night.
Okay, what's going on, Mr. Smith? Washington County, we lost 4 games to all top 10 teams. Northeast Dublin, Dodge, and Jeff Davis. We ready. All right, Waco. I see you, Waco. Welcome to the podcast. Nick said, "Damn sure ain't us versus Swainsboro. These boys are mad." Poor Swainsboro.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
Go on and hit it, sis. Tell them they what they.
Better not lose.
And there it is. Marquis said he had to take his blood pressure medicine twice. Being a Georgia fan is not for the weak. I just don't trust Carson Beck. I think the only person that trusts Carson Beck is Kirby. And I ain't sure that he trusts him. He just say he does.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Eventually, Kirby gonna have to pull him and put Gunner
Gunner.
Stockton in and let Gunner do what he do.
I agree.
But I don't see it happening until the Tennessee game. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. Let me see. Yeah, bet make you want to cuss. I'm giving you Friday vibes over there. I'm sorry. I'm reeling it back in. I'm reeling it back in. What you mean dry snitching, Nick? What did I say that was dry snitching? Baby, I'm a great secret keeper. That's what I do. Keep secrets.
hmm Believe me on that.
Bear said Mike sure know how to kiss the baby though. He does. He
Oh,
definitely does.
and shake hands.
Mike, you have a question from Obadiah. He
What's the question?
says, if you're the head coach of the Bearcats, what message are you giving to them right now going into 2025?
I'm not giving them a message going into 2025. I'm giving them a message going into this game against Vidalia. And my message to them is the same message that Kirby Smart Gator
Baby.
Bulldogs going into Alabama when they won their second championship.
Okay, let me tell you this, baby. I said
Hmm.
Bearcats. I didn't say Bulldogs. He's
Oh, no,
talking
no,
about
no, no, no. Oh,
Bainbridge.
we talking. Oh, Bainbridge. Oh, my bad. I just heard Bears. That's all I heard. You know, I'm over here busy doing something else.
I know. I'm
Um, talking
Bearcat.
to Bainbridge. Talking to Bainbridge.
Yes.
Um, either you guys want to one live up to the name of Bainbridge and put in the work, blood, sweat, and tears, or I need for you to leave my program. Plain and simple. If you're not going to buy into the system, then I need for you to leave. I need kids that are going to buy in into this system and put the name of Bainbridge on their back and put in the blood, sweat, and tears that's required in this offseason.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling them.
So okay, so they won their last game of the season.
Who?
They Bainbridge beat Doherty.
Oh, I
That was
thought Doherty. Oh, I thought
no,
Doherty won that game.
that was a misprint. Doherty lost. Bainbridge is 1-9. They're not 0-10.
But it's still the same message though. You got to buy into the system that I'm trying to put in. If you're not, if you playing by your, if you're playing self football, I don't need you in this program, on this team, and at this school. At the end of the day, because the team is bigger. No one is bigger than the team. At the end of the day, I don't care who you are and what position you play. Nobody is bigger than the team. We are 11 offense, 11 defense, 11 special teams. I need 35 kids at a minimum that's going to buy into this system and play Bainbridge football.
Okay. Now yours a bit out of pocket tonight, so we'll ask him that question um probably on Wednesday. I don't know. I don't foresee him coming on this evening. But here's the thing. Okay, listen. Nick Fletcher says he does not like Mike Bobo at quarterback, and he don't like him as he didn't like him as offensive coordinator. Mr. Brown says Mike Bobo is the problem. Um,
Part of it.
but okay, let me say this though. From what I saw, UGA was moving the ball. I mean, again, it was Florida, but they were moving the ball, and they would have scored. But Beck kept throwing those
And it's
interceptions. So
part,
I get it. He
part
I don't think Bobo is Tom Munkin, but I don't think Bobo is the biggest problem. I think that UGA would be okay if Carson Beck just stopped turning the ball over.
and I totally agree with you. In my opinion, both of them have a piece in the problem. Obviously, when it comes to Carson Beck, it's the turnovers, right? We're just not used to seeing him doing that. That's number one. Take better care of the ball. I don't need for you to make plays. I just need for Carson Beck to be a game manager right now. You don't have anything to prove as far as I'm concerned. I just need for you to manage the game. But Mike Bubba, oh my gosh, feel the rhythm of the game. That's my thing with Mike Bobo. I need for Mike Bobo to be able to feel the rhythm of the game. That's all I want Mike Bobo to do
Okay.
is feel the rhythm of the game. If he can do that, the way I'm not expecting him to call plays the same way that Todd Monken did, but Todd Monken felt the rhythm of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I need from Mike Bobo.
Mm-hmm. Morris says situational awareness. That's very smart. Um, hey, what's
I'm,
going
I'm so
on?
this is
Well,
hilarious.
well.
That headline is hilarious, I must say.
What headline?
Yo say the truth. Yo soy the truth.
Oh,
That is hilarious to me.
oh, it's not showing up on here. Yeah, I am the truth. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Um, Mr. Map says, Mr. Map and Mr. Shield says it's too late for a quarterback change now.
No, it's not. No,
I
it's
wouldn't
not.
want to put I would not want to put Gunner Stockton in that fire right now. I just wouldn't.
What
Unless
fire? Here's my thing. What fire? Who does Georgia have next week? Ole Miss, right?
and then
Okay.
Tennessee after that.
Okay. Do you put him in the fire? Ole Miss, Tennessee, or do you wait for the last two games of the season to get him prepped for the playoffs when in the event that you need him? Which do you do? Because I'm telling you right now, if I'm Kirby Smart, I'm getting Gunner Stockton prepped right now because if Carson Beck throws two interceptions against Ole Miss next week,
It's
I'm
over
yanking his
with.
ass. I'm yanking him. I'm pulling him.
Okay.
But now at the same time, here's the thing. We know we got UMass coming up on the schedule. Perfect game for Gunner Stockton to get plenty of time in. Georgia Tech. We should handle Georgia Tech convincingly. Now, those are two good games for Gunner, for Gunner Stockton to get some PT time in. But if Carson Beck puts up, pick your number, 2 or 3. At that time, Gunner Stockton is coming in.
I doubt it. Kirby is a loyal coach. He's going to stick with Carson Beck. Now, first of all, let me just tell you, Carson Beck ain't doing nothing no different this year than he did last year. The only difference is Carson Beck had a safety blanket and Brock Bowers, and Carson Beck had a run game that opened up a lot of passing lanes for him. They
And
don't
Lad
respect our
McConkey.
run game. And Lad McConkey. They don't respect our run game right now, which is why you can see them dropping back in coverage and stuff and not bringing the blitz. They don't
I'm
respect
not.
our offensive line. Go ahead, bro. What you saying?
I'm not even finna buy that right now because go back and watch the tape. Every replay that they showed of a Gunner Stockton interception, it was a man. It was either a back or a receiver sitting on the sidelines in the flat, wide open,
That ain't
every
got
single
nothing to
time.
do with him going down the field and getting an interception, bro. The
No, that
thing
has to
about
do with
him
Gunner
making
Stockton
those
going through his
throws,
progressions.
Carson Beck, bro.
He that got to do everything with Carson Beck going through his progression and reading the freaking coverage. We know he can read coverage. I just need for him to settle down.
Again, I don't think he can because he hadn't had to read. He had just people playing pitch and catch.
Are you saying he adjusted Fields, man, is what you're saying? Uh,
I
Say
mean,
what you want to
I
say.
wouldn't
Feel
even.
how you want to feel about Justin Fields, but when Justin Fields was at Ohio State, Justin Fields wasn't doing that with running the Steve Spurrier offense at Ohio State.
Bro, all I can tell you is this, bro. It's different when you got a tight end like Brock Bowers, a receiver like Lad McConkey.
Mm-hmm.
It's different when you got running backs where you had Kendall Milton and um healthy for the first couple of games, Robinson and stuff. You had guys that was able to open up the defense. And then it's just practice, man. It's just practice, pitch and catch. But when you got people that's playing their base defense, they ain't got to disguise no coverages because they know you can't read. They don't respect you running the ball. They don't respect the quarterback pulling it down and running like Carson Beck would do. They just saying, okay, let Carson Beck beat us with his arm. And that's not who Carson Beck is. So Kirby knew this. Kirby knew this when he pulled Carson Beck for Stetson Bennett. He knew what what Carson Beck was. But he also knew what he had in his backfield and at the wide receiver position. If you look at it, Georgia hadn't brought in a wide receiver in their last couple of classes. All they've been doing is going after these transfer guys because they want these guys in that's already developed to try to spread the defense because Kirby know that Carson Beck is not that.
Okay. Let me read these comments about you, Jay, and then I'm gonna go up and read the rest of them. Let's see. Uh, I'll ask those later. Okay, I got a lot of them. Okay, hold on. Um, Nick said he worked with a kid that could call better plays than Bobo. Mr. McDaniels basically said Bobo doesn't really have situational awareness, and Mr. Brown says Carson Beck doesn't need to wear that face paint on his face anymore. Mr. Tate. Okay, we're gonna address that too. Because I'm not sure about that, Mr. Tate. He says if the quarterback from Florida did not get hurt, Georgia loses that game. I don't necessarily agree with that. Um,
Defense came alive in the second half, so yeah, I can't
and
get with it.
and and before outside of that 43-yard bomb where which was blown coverage. That man was 1 of 6, and I think he had like 40 something yards. So I'm not. I mean, maybe he would have gotten his rhythm. I don't know, but just to say he was playing lights out before he went down, I'm not sure. He just they scored on a blown coverage, and I think the difference in the game too. UGA had 3 turnovers. Florida scored 10 points. Florida had 2 turnovers. UGA scored 14. So I don't know. Yeah, it might have been different, but I don't think Florida wins just because that man was there. And who would have thought this? Carson Beck is not Stetson Bennett. He is a pocket quarterback and doesn't like to get hit.
Ain't nobody compared him to Stetson Bennett, that's for sure.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's crazy to me now. Because people hated Stetson Bennett. You know what I mean? Get a quarterback. You don't need him. It's just amazing what a couple of national championships will do for you. That's what I'm saying. Nick says there's not a fire. Gunner gives you athleticism. At worst, he scrambles for a first down versus an interception. Oscar Miles disagrees with Mr. Tate and says it still wouldn't change the outcome. Carson Beck, Marquis says Carson Beck acts like he's colorblind, throwing interceptions like it ain't nothing. And they're agreeing. They say Nick says Kirby isn't going to change. Marquis said Kirby is stubborn, and stubborn coaches get you beat. Oscar says he can't read coverages. His decision making is off because he can't read coverages. Maybe he just in love. They need to take that Lambo, and that girl need to focus on basketball. Morris says nobody wants a check down quarterback. Mr. Mapp says dog wideouts have to play better. And go ahead.
I do want to say something. I do agree. Wideouts need to get better separation. That to help out their quarterback, regardless of who's back there. But I do disagree with on this. Georgia's running game is there. My issue with it is Bobo is not trying to establish the run game to help Carson Beck in the passing game off of what is Bobo's favorite, play action. That's my thing. Okay, I'm done with it.
Bro, all play action starts with the run game. You can't start a game talking about running play action if you ain't established the run first.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying establish the run to get to the play action to help establish Carson Beck in the passing game.
Okay, and that's the point. And that's the point, bro. If you go and look at Georgia's games, they have tried to establish the run. It's the run game is not there.
No, in my opinion, Bobo got away. Bobo gets away from it because you can't abandon it early. You got to stick with it. I feel like Bobo abandons the running game too early.
Okay, Jess, what the first thing you say about Georgia when we watching their games or when we was at that game Saturday? They can't start with that slow starting stuff. That's
Mhm.
what Georgia on the first drive, bro. They got running backs that will break for 20, 30, 40 yards and stuff. They don't have that. Yes, ATN is that guy. He has the ability. But they're not making the holes like that. They're not getting to the, you don't have those big name offensive linemen. The run game is what's hurting Carson Beck, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I disagree because I feel like Georgia. We know Georgia's going. The offense is going to start slow. We know that. Don't get away from the run early. That's all I'm saying because yes, ETN played the first what 2 to 3 drives before he went down with his injury, with his rib
Hey,
injury.
bro,
Yeah,
that's what got us down against Alabama, bro. And now you want to start trying to throw to get in it and get back in it. And now your ass way down throwing interceptions and Carson messing up,
nah,
bro.
I ain't gonna say that one because on that in that Alabama game, that was part of the defense too. Defense wasn't there at all in the first quarter. They didn't finally show up until almost halftime. So I ain't gonna call that one on all offense against Alabama.
Let's see. Um, da, 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 da. Mr. Daniel says a dominant tight end puts so much pressure on a defense. Um, what's going on, Tick? How you doing? He said Carson Beck is pressing and not taking what the defense gives him. He refuses to hit the check down. He admitted it during the post game press conference. Well, he needs to switch up and do something better. Nick says Kirby needs to back the truck up to Juju and give him the house, car, keys, and name a road, and not let him go to USC or the Prime.
I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather for Georgia get a dual threat than a pocket passer.
So
That
Juju
that
can't
that's
run.
what's gonna stress the defense.
Juju can't run. I don't know.
Juju is more of a pocket passer than he is a dual threat.
Oh, okay. Nick Fletcher says if Beck's first read isn't there, he panics.
I disagree.
Mr. Roberts says Georgia Bulldogs need a running quarterback and a pass. Mr. McDaniel says Juju is Colorado bound. I tend to agree with him. Now UGA's defense is legit, and they've been bailing Carson Beck out for the past few games.
I'm not gonna say that defense is just been doing what the defense is supposed to do against the teams they play, with the exception of Alabama.
Mm-hmm. Mr. McDaniel says he wasn't playing lights out, but Georgia's defense knew it wasn't no run threat from the quarterback when he got hurt. And I figured out because we were in the stadium, so we didn't know why ATN wasn't playing anymore. But I said, I was like, he needs to be careful. I said, because they really gonna try to hurt him, and he had really bad bruised ribs, so that's why ATN wasn't playing in the second half because they tore his butt up. Let's see. Tick says saying Florida wins if Ladway doesn't get hurt is nonsense. I agree with you, Tick. Based on the stats he had outside of that busted coverage, and maybe not. Danny says Florida has a great running back that really should show how good he was in that game. There's a reason Stockton was third on the depth chart. Okay.
He's number two. He's number two right now.
But he was saying behind Vandergrift, I think,
Yeah, he was behind Vandergrift last year, but I'm saying he's number two on there right now.
And I guess what Tick is saying, if Vandergrift had not left, he'd still been number
3. Maybe not. Who knows how development would have worked over the summer, but
okay. So I'm gonna read a couple more of these Georgia.
We know Gunner Stock they're gonna bring in the element that Beck doesn't. And he can still throw that thing.
Okay. Oscar says the wide receiver needs help more. The wide receiver releases are horrendous. You can't get off a jam and can't create separation. Yeah, that's what Mike said that earlier. Oscar said the wide receiver needs help more, and the tight end ain't showed up all year. They be pissing me off, especially Oscar Delp, embarrassing my name like that.
I'm gonna tell you this: the wrong tight end has showed up all year. Lucky is the tight end that emerged when everybody thought it was going to be Delp.
Mm-hmm.
That's what got me confused. Like, where is Delp at? Delp's supposed to be in the replacement behind Beck, but he ain't showed up all year.
Yeah. Brian says the key is to take what the defense gives you. Bet was being greedy and trying to make plays that weren't there. Again, take what the defense is giving you. So basically, all they're saying is Georgia really needs to. They need to run and pass more. But I think the running back room is really kind of slim right now. But as they get healthy, they'll they'll get better. And it was hard to replace. You don't just replace Brock Bowers that easily because he was a special kind of guy. And I think like the difference is like Beck is probably throwing the same kind of balls, but the difference is Brock Bowers would have caught him. Larry McConkey
Yeah,
would have caught it.
yeah.
So yeah, ATN did used to play for Florida Marquise. That's why they were gunning for him and tore his ribs up. And Chris says, does anybody pay attention to number 3 Frazier? See him in person at the Benz. He's got good footwork. I think he's a freshman too, isn't he?
Who
I
that?
can't think. Mr. Nate Frazier. Is he a freshman?
Yeah, yeah. He's a freshman. Yeah,
Yeah.
from Compton.
Yeah. What's going on, Mr. Evans? All right, now let's talk a little high school football. I'm going back up. And are you here? He probably asleep. So I'll move on.
Mm. I
Um,
am about done. I am pretty much done now with what I had to do.
okay.
So we can get focused on what we need
Okay,
to do for high school football.
yeah, that's
That
great.
is for sure.
Let me read what Chris says up here. This week's makeup games are some pretty good games. Folks better check out some of these teams. There are going to be some good games this week. Thompson versus Burke County and Warren County versus Greene County are two of them I like. Calvary Day versus Long County is going to be a different one too, being that Long County is 7-2 coming into this game. What's the second loss Long County had? I knew because the last time I checked, they were undefeated and then they had lost one. I didn't realize they had lost 2 games. Who asked the question? It was another question. That I was talking about high school. Where am I missing? See, that's why I don't read stuff out of order. Cause Mr. Yo, where you at? Main Lane's got a question for you. He said, what happened to Lucy Laney? He still got his receipt.
Good,
And
good.
nah, he
And it was embarrassing. It was an embarrassing loss for Lucy Laney. So I'll take that crow, bro.
Okay.
Shout out to Burke County. Y'all did y'all thing.
So let me ask you this question that was asked to Mike. And this is with regard to the Bainbridge Bearcats. Obadiah would like to know if you were the head coach of the Bainbridge Bearcats, what would be your speech to them going into 2025? You stumped?
Me personally?
Yes.
Me
If you were the
personally?
head coach, what would be your speech to Bainbridge, your team going into 2025?
I would probably do exactly what I feel Westbrook did. Just explain to them being a new coach and trying to get the kids to buy into your system. That's all you can do, and that's the only thing he has going for him. If he was their coach for the last 2-3 years and they went undefeated, you've lost the program. But the fact that he's a new coach, he can probably savage the team by just telling them, buy into my program is going to take some time. We saw strides because you saw it, man. There's some great athletes on Bainbridge.
Yeah. They've got very few seniors. I think they got maybe 12. senior.
Yeah. So that type of stuff, I'll just be telling them, it's my first year. You guys got to get to know me. I got to get to know y'all. As the season went on, we played some pretty good teams. You know, we got better. We saw, areas where we got better, and we'll continue to get better through the off season, working out and things like that. Like I would take the blame and just tell them, I didn't prepare y'all. I didn't know y'all as well as y'all knowing me and stuff, and just give me time to get y'all to understand my system. And I think Bainbridge will be all right.
Well, you're a lot nicer than Mike. So I mean,
Man,
y'all kind of
man,
said the same thing, but Mike was a little
I'm
harsher.
scared to know. I'm scared to know what Thirsty even said. Goddamn.
man. Look, if you ain't trying to bring back if you ain't trying to bring the name of Bainbridge back to what it was and put in the blood, sweat, and tears to do that, I don't want you on my team. You might as well go and leave. Because you got to buy into the system, and that's the main thing that we hit on was the kids buying into the system.
Yeah, you said
Yeah.
it a little nicer, yo. But he just like, get out of here if you don't want to do right.
I wasn't politicking with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he just has tact.
But yeah, again though, if once he learned, because I can say I saw a couple of athletes that was on the defensive side that probably could help on offense in ways and vice versa. So I think once he learned the kids and they strengths and stuff, I forget when Bainbridge coach came in, but I think he came in like end of January, February or something. So you just get to know your kids. Yeah, you have spring practice, but you got to understand these coaches are trying to fill these kids out. And we all have been to practice or practice if we played the game. Some days you just don't have it. Some days a guy playing running back might go out there and he might look like he gonna be your RB1. And then the next day he can come back and not be feeling it, or the defense can be hyped and he look like trash. Like you got to go through a season or two. And Mike, you notorious for saying it. Give him a season or two and see where he's gonna be. And I think Bainbridge will be all right.
Yeah. Let's see. There's another question. Uh, it's some. It just depends on who it is, who you asking, Mr. Brown. He said so. Is Northside Warner Robins head coach out?
Nah.
Some people say he's on the way out. Other people are like, no, he got another year. So all I know is I don't think they made an announcement as of yet. I don't know.
That man ain't going nowhere.
Okay, there's that. What's going on, King Hustle? How you doing? Welcome. Oh, you showed up. What's going on, Mr. Wizard? How are you and how was your weekend? Did you enjoy the cocktail party?
I did.
You wasn't fighting nobody, were you?
Conversation for a different day.
Okay.
Yeah, the police should have put them billy clubs on you, Mr. Wizard. I know you were down there potioned up.
Listen,
Ha, ha, ha,
listen,
ha,
I'm
ha.
mad at you because you could have you could have let me get on your broom so I could get back to the transport bus. Me and my friend walking, we didn't know where we were going.
Oh, you know what? All you had to do was throw up your hat. I was there.
Well, you
Mr.
did.
Wizard. I
Yes.
come back over to meet. I come back over to the tailgate and meet with Thirsty. I get back to the trans bus and everything. I'm still standing there waiting for them. They lost, Mr. Wizard. They walking all around Jacksonville.
You know,
Man.
we had a couple of people to tell us to make sure we took care of ourselves. We told
Well,
them
Okay.
thank
I'm
you.
glad you found them and got them back home safely.
We had to
Oh yeah.
entertain our people. They told us to
Okay.
take care. And we were like, thank you.
Well, that's a good thing, because
Yeah, dude.
I wouldn't have been no good, and I don't think the witch would have been no good, because we was on that potion.
Well, fine. Go ahead with your stuff.
Okay. Well, I do want to say this. It was an interesting week. this week. So what happened? It ain't my fault. I'm blaming it on the alcohol. So we're gonna start off in private. Private, I went 7-2. Hebron Christian, Prince Avenue, that's the one that hurt me. But it's okay. I'ma live with it. I don't think too many folks concerned with private, right? Nah. Okay, we'll move on.
Stop.
D2. What? What I do?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Okay, let me see. Did I miss it? I'm sorry, I was doing something. Did anybody say anything? No. Okay.
Hey, don't get mad at me, buddy.
Okay, we sorry,
Buddy.
baby.
Buddy.
Obadiah said he gonna blame it on the alcohol. That's why you picked the Thursday night.
Hey, there was a reason why I picked a Thursday night, and I'ma get to it. You should have played your pick'ems. Watch the page for the new post. Turn your notifications on. Alright, D2. Bowden. Treon was a good game, but that Brooks, Irwin County. Man, I thought Brooks was gonna pull that out on the road, but they didn't. So I went 8-2 overall in D2.
Good job, Mr. Wizard. Let me see what I see. I don't see any comments. How you doing, Mr. Hurst? You all right? What's going on, Mr. Hollis? Rico Irwin in the house. Congratulations on your win.
Okay. D1. This is where things start to get a little troublesome for me this weekend. It's going to start off with Fitzgerald losing to Jeff Davis. I don't think anybody really saw that coming.
Nah, I didn't.
Okay.
Not at all.
So this is where my trouble started. This is what started it for me. So after this happened, I go to 2A, Pierce County, Morgan County.
Woo.
Just let me down.
I'm talking about the top two teams in 2A went down.
And yeah, it was one game, but I counted it twice. So
And
I went 5-4.
And look, like they were so, which leads me to this question. Home field advantage really does make a difference, don't you think?
I think y'all call that home cooking. Ain't that what y'all call it, home cooking?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's home cooking, or people might just be more comfortable in their own house.
Oh.
I'm not saying anybody cheated.
I'm not saying it. All I'm saying is I do believe in a little thing called home cooking. I'm gonna leave it at that.
It is definitely a thing. And it's certainly a pattern in Pooler, but we'll leave that where it is.
Okay. 3A again. Jefferson. What happened? Doug. How? LaGrange. Really? 6-4 overall in 3A.
Drizzy, welcome. He said Fitzgerald ain't finished losing. They're gonna drop the Applin too. Okay.
Well,
Obadiah says zoom in. He is steady throwing shade. He said zoom in a little for the people that wear glasses.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I went and got my cataracts removed yesterday. But yeah, 3A, 6-4 overall. And this is why I had a Thursday game, because I couldn't let that K-Row Westover game just slide through without putting it on there.
Mm-hmm.
Had to get that in there.
True.
Okay. 4A. Stars Mill. did put them on upset alert on Wednesday, right? I think I did.
You did, Wizard. That was good looking out. You did.
But I just didn't see Perry losing though. I just didn't see it. But 5-2 overall in 4A.
Well, according to Perry, it that home cooking, but I don't know and don't care enough. They lost, so let's move.
Okay.
But I just find it funny that we were just having this conversation the week of last week this time about kids or games being decided on particular calls, and come Friday they say they were a victim of that. I just find it interesting, but let's go on to 5A.
That's what they say, huh?
Oh, they say. I mean, but it's a new season. Chin up, soldiers. Everybody that lost, a new season starts on the 15th. Chin up, soldiers. It's a new day.
Yeah, that's funny. I can't lie. That's hilarious.
5A, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so apparently I was still a little drunk on Sunday. And I forgot to do a whole score. I'm just saying. So don't blame me. We're going to blame it on the alcohol. But I think we all know what Hughes did, though.
Yes. So you were 9-0.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Let's do 6A.
Just so people don't, for those that don't know, Hughes won 42-6 over Lovejoy, okay?
Yes.
So I went 9-0 in 5A and got my ship going back in the right direction.
Good job. How you doing, Mr. Walker? Welcome. Mr. Wilson says we will beat LaGrange again. Upson Lee. He said, "What's up, Friday Night Lights? What's going on, Mr. Wilson? Congratulations on your number 2 seed. I would have never imagined that you would be the number 2 seed in that region. Congratulations, well-earned title." Mr. Evans says, oh, okay. Let me ask this one first. Mr. Farley would like to know, guys, do you think Coffee lost that game intentionally just so they could take the easy road?
They played with every intention to win that game. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
Did they pull any starters in the second half? Around the third quarter-ish? I'm just saying, I'm sticking with my story.
Okay. Mr. Evans, are you asking us or telling us if single A games will be played on Saturday for the playoffs for the first round?
Don't know.
Are you asking or telling us?
All I know is I went 10-0 in 6A. So
good job, Mr. Wilson. Good job.
Talk about what y'all want to talk about. Now, overall on the season, I'm doing pretty well. I'll let y'all see my record later, but I'm doing pretty good though. I gotta fix it, so I ain't gonna show it right now. But for them pick'ems, this how them pick'ems went. Just so some folks don't believe I actually went 8-2 this week, so I'm gonna prove to them I went 8-2 this week. I think that Jonesboro Stars Mills game got a lot of folks this week. Because a lot of folks like, I'm going with Stars Mills. They're the ranked team. But, so yeah. 8-2 overall.
Oh, dang. Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, good job, Mr. Wizard. And shout out to my brother for
him?
Yeah.
He did win.
He almost yellow. I mean, he almost out of the yellow. Good job.
Yeah, that's so your soy won last week. He beat me on 8-10. He needed a tiebreaker though, but it's okay. But he got one more week
and
to
not
get
to
in
mention,
that green though.
not to mention, he got the tiebreaker right on the head too. So
Congratulations.
I'm just gonna give you credit for getting the tiebreaker.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
brother.
So what I
Kevin.
did, I called my boy J-Bo to call down the old Coach Flowers and told him how many points to put up on Kendrick so I could win the tiebreaker.
Sound like they point shaving to me. They missed a couple of extra points in there to help you out, huh?
Nah.
Appreciate it, J-Bo.
Well, you got one more week to get it right, sir. One
So
more.
this is how we looking. We got one more pick'ems coming up this week before the playoffs. So you get your picks in by 6 p.m. Friday.
Ooh. Yeah, 6 p.m. Friday this week, guys. What's going on, Corey Daniels? How you doing? Perry in the building. Mr. Pace says TCC's quarterback went 5 of 19 for 109 yards. Don't get me wrong. Trick plays and special teams are a part of the game. I get that. I'll let y'all figure the rest out. Okay.
I guess I'm not needed no more. You know what? I'm gonna holler at y'all on Wednesday.
See you later, sir.
Good night, Mr.
Later.
Wizard.
Good night.
Later. I like the way she say good night. Later.
All right. You done got them riled up, sis.
I'm gonna just go back on mute.
Drizzy says TCC had too much. Mr. Evans, I think there are some games playing on Saturday. I think Lincoln County plays on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know who else is playing, but there are some games playing on Saturday.
Well, he's speaking of the playoffs, right?
No, I think he's talking about some games played.
I think he said the first round of the playoff.
Yeah, I think some games are playing on Saturday.
Yeah, it's gonna be some games playing on Saturday. It's just all about the referees and how they get allocated.
Yeah, I think Lincoln County plays on Saturday. Mr. Shield says that Jonesboro game was good. Jonesboro Stars Mill, you talking about?
It was.
Yeah, he was talking about the playoffs. Let's see. Mr. Wilson said number 2 and number 12 gave us fits for real, for real. Much respect for LaGrange, but they have a nice duo in the backfield. Same game. Okay. Newton versus Grayson. That's gonna be a good one. Grayson has 2 games this week. I think Newton will give him a run. I think Grayson wins, but I think Newton will give him a run. Mr. Tyler says, who does Peach County play next week?
The bye week. They gonna lose to the bye week. Everybody loses to the bye week.
I think he means on the 15th.
Oh, y'all. You know what? Okay, so I will admit, I kind of effed up on the brackets.
So let's just do the polls and we do the brackets.
No. I got the bracket straight. Here's the
It's
problem.
8:40 is what I'm saying, sir. And I mean, the Wizard is not gonna have a whole bunch of predictions to do this week. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna have a whole bunch of classifications. He probably.
You know what? You're right.
We're gonna do about 5 minutes. So let's do these polls and then do the brackets.
No. We can't do the poll right now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
We can't do the poll right now. Yeah, I had to. I had some things to do when I got on the phone with y'all.
Okay, I get it, friend. You're a busy man.
Yeah, so can't please everybody all the time.
That's right. You only one man. You can only do so much.
I'm stupid. Now give me a second. We'll go over. Give me a second. All right.
Okay. Danny Jones says, which games are you all looking forward to seeing this weekend?
Well, I don't know. Go ahead, bro.
Oh no, you good, man. Shit, I need to focus on something else anyway.
Yeah, I don't know about the panel, but I'm actually gonna go down to Perry and watch Westside. Westfield. Talked to Coach Campbell. Told him I'd come down there and check him out since we'll be off. So that's where I'll be.
I'm sure he'd love
first round of the playoffs. Huh?
I'm sure he'd love to see you. You gonna make his day.
First round of the playoff in the GIAA. So I go see what they can do.
Shout out Coach Campbell. And good
Yeah,
job
man, he
on
took his
getting
team as a number one seed. And it's crazy because they're on the opposite side of John Millich. I would love to see Westfield and John Millich in the championship. And I know this GHSA, so a lot of people don't pay attention to that. And I ain't gonna sit here in front with y'all like I do, because I don't. But Coach Campbell is a friend of mine, and I will go check them out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tix Oscar says, "What the hell? All these secret codes going on? Can't please everyone." I mean, there's nothing secret about that. That's true. You can't please everybody. That's nothing. There's nothing secret about that, Mister.
I can. I ain't never had no problem. Never mind.
We ain't even talking about that. See, you gotta get your mind out the gutter. We just talking about in
See,
general, and
see,
you
there you go.
definitely can't please everybody. And we not even talking about that nasty man. Ah, get your
As my
mind out
daughter
the
would
gutter.
say, yo's being inappropriate.
Quiet.
Yeah, no.
Quiet. Tick says he's gonna check out the Southwest versus East Lawrence game. They're playing for fourth place in the region. That's gonna be great.
I hate to say it. Um, Another friend of the show, Coach Jesse Hicks. We talked earlier this year, and I did congratulate him on the job that he had done at East Lawrence after we saw them in a OTA,
Mhm.
and I said they'll definitely be making the playoffs. So I think East Lawrence win that over Southwest.
I think so too. Are they playing at Ed the Fortick or they gonna be down the street? Let me know. Chris says, panel, it was one thing I wish y'all would have asked the GHSA last week. I wish I would have asked them do they do a live coin toss and
Yeah, they do.
would ask them to flip the coin, not toss it.
It is live. It is live.
We'll make sure we get the message to them for you, Chris. How about that?
Mm.
Danny wants to know out of all the football teams, which teams have made dramatic improvements.
I mean, there's so many across the
It's,
state. Then I just know personally for me, I got to tip my cap to the Peach County Trojans. You're talking about a 4-6 regular season record, first round exit to I think have a great chance of winning the state championship this year. So that's a big improvement. Lee County went down 2 games last year. Um, an outer region game and lost to Thomas County Central. Didn't look like Lee County of old. Know they had brought some kids in to kind of get over that hump with Thomas County Central and could possibly be the second best team in 5A. I think that was a great improvement.
and
I don't know. It's a
what's the
lot of them. Sumter County. I
Lounge?
mean, Sumter County. Yeah, Lowndes County, Sumter County. Um, I mean, it's so many, Danny, for me personally.
Yeah, yeah.
But Sumter
Um,
County probably would have to be the best story because I think they was probably a 2-8 team last year to being 9-1 regular season. That's not bad.
yeah, not at all. Um, I skipped over your comment. Type it again because I didn't see it. King Hustle says any kids done with their season in South Georgia and you want to do 7-on-7, hit King Hustle athletic trainings inbox. Again, any kids done with their season in South Georgia and Bainbridge and want to
Oh
play
yeah, you can go right over there to Bainbridge. You took it out my mind.
and you want to play 7-on-7, please hit King Hustle athletic trainings inbox. I encourage you all to do that. It gives you something to do too. And so you won't be out in the street or making children or nothing like that. Um
Don't ever tell me I be throwing shade.
woo, you do.
Oh,
Um
I know I do. I'm just saying.
Hey,
I ain't got no shade.
Marquise comment that he's saying you skipped was He's glad that we did the interview with the GHSA last week. He really enjoyed it and he appreciates us.
Oh,
Oh,
we,
we appreciate
yeah.
you too. Thank you
Definitely
so
Appreciate
appreciate
much.
you.
Thank you so much. You're definitely a loyal listener, and we appreciate you very, very much. Okay, so it's gonna be in Ed. The four's gonna be on the west side. Tick says Dodge County was a huge turnaround. I agree.
you. Agreed. Agreed.
Agreed. Um, Obadiah says, looking at the brackets, do you see any upsets in the first round?
Definitely coming out of y'all region. I said it. I don't care if it was 1 through 4, especially the region you all have to play, that Augusta region. I definitely think the 3 being Coffee beats 2, and I even believe the 4 Hoko can beat Central. What their name over there? Clark Central as they
Mm-hmm.
number 1. So I think y'all region would definitely sweep the first round, and that 4-1 matchup and that 3-2 matchup should be an upset there.
Mm-hmm. That's good. King says y'all funny talking about Bambridge, but they're welcome. No, it's for real. It's for real. They just came to my mind as the ones that are they're in
And
Southwest Georgia, and they're not gonna be in the playoffs. So
and you got some studs for your 707, because it's a lot of talent
ooh,
and athleticism over there
a
in
lot of
Bainbridge.
it,
So
a lot of
yeah,
it. Yeah, if they ever get it together, they're gonna be something to reckon with. I didn't do anything to South Georgia, Mr. Farley. I didn't do anything. I think it's an excellent opportunity. What's going on, Mr. Ross? How are you? 1-5A has to be one of the tougher regions this season. Yep,
the toughest,
we've been saying that all
the
year,
toughest.
Darwin. Uh Marshall says the quarterback for Clark Central is good. Check Clark Central out.
Uh, I'm not denying that, Mr. Shields, but the quarterback from Hoko is good too.
Mm-hmm. King says he trained some of Bambridge's kids already. Well, if you do, I can see because there are some great athletes over there. They really are.
I just want to say it out loud though. No,
Darwin
let me
Ross
stop.
said,
Let me stop.
"He's so crazy." Darwin Ross says, "I'm good and damn around." That's right, damn around. Okay, that's as far as I'm gonna go. If it was Friday though, I'd say the other part. But if
Mm.
you want to know, just go to my post and I'll tell you what it says. And oh, Darwin, you got the cutest baby in the world. Oh, he is so adorable. He was just smiling. That little video. Oh, I just fell in love. Whew, I'm sorry. Um,
My lord.
no, he
I
is.
know, right?
He's the cutest little thing. I love babies because I can
Was the
love
baby?
on them.
Hold on. Was the baby driving a blue Ford F-150?
I
No,
hope not. God knows I hope not.
no.
You gotta get a restraining order, Dora.
I love babies and I love hugging on them and kissing on them and sending them back. That's all. He is a
Okay.
cutie pie. Let's see. Danny says, I remember in the beginning of the season, it was said Bambridge was going to be a really good team. It was also said that Bambridge was going to beat Peach County. I think the only people that said that were the people from Bambridge.
I was just about to say who said that.
Nobody but
It was around the state with people who watched Bainbridge from last year. A lot of people thought it was Bainbridge region. They had them ranked high. If y'all go and look at our way too early polls, we got a lot of flack because we didn't have Bainbridge ranked up there.
mm.
Yeah, Mr. Pace definitely did. I remember when we went down and played coffee in an OTA. Mr. Pace definitely hit me up and said that we was pretty good in a physical team, and he think we would win the region.
Hmm. Well, you called it right, Mr. Pace. Um, Obadiah said the syrup makers ended their home playoff game streak. I think that's another team you can look at as far as a possible. They might upset a couple of people, especially if number 4 gets gets going again, if you don't have an answer for him,
Definitely.
he could definitely upset you.
And that speaks nothing against Cairo, but don't that speak against the region that you're in though? Because if you're in a region that's just not up to par, so therefore you're gonna always be a 1 or 2 and host a playoff game. Maybe that's the case with Cairo's home playoff game streak.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we start with 6-8 tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna start with 6 tonight. We're gonna do it a little different.
All right, I like
Yeah, I
it.
know. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna stop it right there. 1 through 7, pretty much the same for us and AJC. I think when you get down to 5, 6, and 7, we just got them in different positions, but we still see the top 7 the same. We brought in Mill Creek this weekend. We brought in North Atlanta this week. Um, and obviously Loudons with their victory over Valdosta moved up as we dropped Valdosta and Norcross.
Okay. Any comments? Okay. Let's go.
I'm not gonna say 6A is up for grabs, but Carrollton is looking real strong right now. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Real strong.
5A. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We got the same teams. Again, we're still rocking with Decatur, despite them having one loss on the season. Still not feeling Brunswick. We're still not showing Brunswick any love for the simple fact because of Brunswick being a Savannah region team. Outside of that, Roswell, Gainesville, Rome is still the same. Woodward Academy, we looked at you today real hard, and we want to bring you back in. The problem is, ain't nobody dropped out, and we're not going to kick anybody out for winning. That's on the dilemma we got.
Chris says, I don't know how true it is, but I heard Peach County gave Coffee a run for their money in them same OTAs. Yo, Soy, can you confirm that? I left the OTA early that day.
We talking about practice again. We still
Yeah.
talking about practice.
We
Yeah, they
answering the
did.
listener questions. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, they did, Chris. It was a pretty good matchup between them. From what I've heard from the coaches and some parents that was down watching. And we knew, that's why I was telling you all that I knew what Coffee would bring. Again, I thought Hoko would be a little stronger than you all were, but yeah, that was a pretty good matchup between Peach and Coffee this year. And if anybody has watched Peach County, I know Mike has, who's not Peach County fan, man, y'all got to understand that offense is something to watch. You know what I'm saying? I know Mike ain't gonna agree with it too tough because you know they when they score a touchdown, they start marching and stuff. But Peach County offense is a really good offense, and I don't know too many teams, in the state that can deal with them. And I'm not talking about your powerhouses, 6A and stuff like that. But not saying they'll beat these teams, but their offense can get on the field and play against anybody in the state right now, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Don't be apologizing to him, Chris. You all right?
Mm.
You
disagree, huh, bro?
I do.
Okay, carry on with your rankings. We'll talk about that behind stage. I have the bone to pick with you.
Okay. 4A. 1 through 4, we got the same team, just got 3 and 4 ranked differently. East Side, Cedartown, we both agree. Top six teams in the state. We continue to rock with Starkbridge and Creekside, whereas the AJC continues to rock with Benedictine and Ware County. We brought one of Robbins back in after a solid victory over Perry, and we ended up dropping out Cambridge.
This just in. I haven't confirmed this, but I got it from a great source.
Mm-hmm. You might be reading the same thing I'm reading, but go ahead.
Northside High School head coach Ben Bailey has officially resigned from his position.
That's what I just heard. But listen, I know how small town USA works. But until I see the Houston County Board of Education or Northside High School make the announcement, we're gonna go with it hadn't happened. But I believe it to be true. But
Yeah,
Well,
again, this is not confirmed. This is not FNL's. I have this from a credible source who's tied into the Houston County. So I trust what they say, but it had not been confirmed. We're only relaying what we have heard.
Yeah,
well,
I mean, I listen. If you lose the veterans and don't score, I mean, what else can you do?
One thing I can tell you, I guarantee it wasn't a force resignation.
well, I'm gonna tell you that he might not be the only coach resigning before the playoffs get started. We're gonna leave it at that.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
Bro, make sure you get with me backstage because I kind of heard something that I want to check with
we're
you on.
we're gonna talk backstage.
All right.
I'm just gonna leave that statement where I put it at.
Okay, let me read these couple of comments. Obadiah said, "What happened to Perry? My lord, nothing really happened to Perry. I don't think they just, I don't know." Mr. Wilson said, "I said it last year. Peach is gonna be a beast." Daddy says, "What are the odds that Benedictine can win out?" I think it depends on if and when their quarterback comes back. Obadiah says something that we also saw coming. Okay. Marquis said, "Boy, y'all better than ESPN." Watch
Appreciate
that.
it, Myrick.
I don't know anything about the Cedar Grove coach, Mr. Robert. I hadn't heard anything. There been nothing official, so
He said, "Skate with pay we."
that's what happened. I don't know. I do know that that pass interference they said was a bogus call was not a bogus call. Lord, it wouldn't. That was definitely pass interference. He got there 5 years before the ball did. But okay, 3A.
3A. Obviously, we got major differences going on in 3A between us and the AJC. We continue to show love to Douglas, Northwest Whitfield, and Westover, and to include LaGrange and Harlem, whereas AJC, they want to show love. I'm sorry, not Westover, but LaGrange and Harlem. But AJC continues to show love to Calhoun, Stevenson, and Cairo. We just, I'm not going to speak for the panel on this one. I'm going to speak for me personally. There are better teams out there than Cairo in 3A that are top 10 teams based on their status right now.
And that's what the rankings are made from,
Yeah, it's static, so it's a space and time. So Mr. Walker, where you been? You can't just come in and out. We just did 4A, sir, but we're gonna go back up just for you.
When?
Well, I guess
go back right quick, bro. Let him go on back, bro. Let him get it. He playing Xbox and he tuned out for a minute.
Yeah,
Let him see
I'm
4A real quick.
I'm trying to get to these. I'm trying to get to these chicken wings. I'm trying to get to these
He
chicken
know
wings.
how it go. Cause last week he tried to dictate how stuff went, but he understands.
Sean
now.
Walker, he's a Warner Robins guy, ain't he?
Yeah, last
We
week he
brought
talking
Warner
about,
Robins back in, Mr. Walker. We got you ranked at 9.
okay.
AJC have you ranked at 10.
Yes. Marquis says he sees Harlem dropping out soon. Wow.
I doubt it. Harlem got a cakewalk. This podcast panel can go over and play the last 2 teams they playing and win.
Let's see. Darwin said that Northside situation unfortunately started in the spring.
No, you got to go back by 2 springs ago when the hire was caught when it was made, man. That situation started then.
Yeah, it was. I mean, diabolical. Even that's all I'm gonna say about that. If you want to be technical, you can go back a year before that, but we ain't gonna say nothing about that. Danny says K-Roll will exit the first round of the playoffs. Let's see. Obadiah says this question is for Justin. Yo, is Westover for real? Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they have their linemen are huge. They have a running back that can hit holes and just go. And if you can't stop him, he's out of there. If I had a knock on Westover, I would say their defense needs to step up a little bit and they need a kicker because I just don't see them surviving and going all the way to a state championship without a kicker.
Here's my take on that, Obadiah. It's just like I was saying about Bainbridge. Westover ain't did nothing special. I mean, you talking about a Westover team that was in the region with Cairo and Bainbridge and Hardaway and stuff last year, and I think they went in as a 3rd or 4th seed, maybe. I don't know if it was them and Shaw and Hardaway or whatever, but however it went, Westover, they got them same guys. But you brought a coach in there that these kids are buying into and ready to play hard for, and they do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the same thing with Bainbridge. You know, they'll make a turnaround next year or the year after, and you'll be looking like, dang, Bainbridge was just 0-10 with the same kids. But when they buy into that program,
it's going to be something different.
You know, I got a homeboy that coach, and his cousin, we share cousins. Our cousin told me he can't coach worth a damn. He said, but what he can do is motivate a kid. If he tell a kid to go turn that bus over and snatch the driver out, they gonna look back at him and say, that's all you want us to do, coach, before they go flip it over. A lot of kids just need that coach that can motivate them to play out their mind. And Westover got one that's allowing them to do that. So they are for real.
Okay. Mr. Miles said, all right, that's long enough. Move on, bro. He need number 4 seconds to look. He was so crazy. Marquis said, y'all be shaming yourself, yo. I don't know what you did.
Darwin, I said the podcast panel can beat them last 2 Hexable and Richmond Academy.
Oh. Darwin said he disagrees about Cairo. If number 4 is healthy, he'll take them to the 2nd round.
Definitely. And possible 3rd round.
That's why I said depending on their state.
Yes, Chris, Peach played Westover. We won 55-36, but the Reds spotted them by 21 points for real. Yeah, people should watch out for Westover, Obadiah. You can't go in playing Westover and thinking they're gonna lay down for you. They are tough. They're a tough team. J-Bo says Westover can go without a kicker. Coach Joyner took Carver Columbus to a state championship without a kicker at Carver. We went for 2-point conversion every time. Shout out to Coach Joyner. But when you got there, did you win it?
If you had a kicker, you probably would have won it, J-Bo. But again, man, Coach Joyner got those kids playing lights out, man. So shout out Coach Joyner.
He's a heck of a coach on the field, and we're gonna move on. Morgan County will exit in the 1st round. No, they won't, Danny. They won't.
As bad as you wish that happened, it ain't.
Let's see. I didn't shade anybody, Marquise. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's talk about 2A.
Oh man, I'm warming up my chicken wings. Y'all were taking too long.
Hey, man, remember that boy named Tony?
Tony
for
who?
AJC?
Todd Holcomb.
Todd Holcomb.
Yeah,
Todd Holcomb over dying at the world largest cocktail party when he did his rankings for 2A.
He had to be because to put Athlete at number 1.
Go a whole
from 9. Hold on. So let me get it straight. You've been playing at number 9 all year long, and you you finally beat a Pierce County, which was in a tight game, wasn't it? What was a 7-point victory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you go from number 9 to number 1?
And yeah.
Yeah, I think
Let's say Todd
man,
Holcomb
yeah.
had too many cocktails.
Yeah, he was down at the world largest cocktail party down there with the wizard and the wicked witch, and he made that pole.
I ain't gonna tell. Look, I ain't supposed to look. I ain't gonna say nothing, but I think I did. I did shake his hand. He walked up on me at the tailgate where I
Yeah,
was at.
no damn well. All he heard was Applin beat Pierce, and he said number 1.
Mm-hmm. You know, they be
Emo was on that kettle one.
I ain't never met so many nice people in my life. I started asking for some money. That was so nice.
Especially them three guys that were walking down the stairs when we were walking out the game.
Who? Oh man, what? I sure should have asked them. Hey, fellas, how you doing?
Tell you something. When you see Georgia fans when they got on their khakis and they got dang button down or they polo Georgia Bulldog shirt and them boat shoes
and them Georgia caps,
them boat shoes with no socks on, you know there's money there.
Cha-ching! I start to rub on one of their shoulders and say, "Hey, sir, how you doing?" Let's see. Darwin says Westover just needs a passing game and they'll be dangerous. What's going on, Mr. Lewis? Welcome to the podcast. He said Thompson versus Burt will be a great one this Friday night. I certainly agree. Let's see. Darwin says got to be a typo, but it's sipping too much apple cider. Got to be. Holcomb, Chris says Holcomb is setting Apple County up for destruction. Y'all gonna have to pray for Jeremy Williams. I agree. But let's move on to Division 1 single A. Okay, so AJC did not move Toombs County at all. Okay.
Nah, we been a lot. I mean, we only moved in one spot, but for the most part, though, top 5 teams are who they are on both polls. Obviously, when you get to 6 and 10, we got some issues as far as why is AJC just not bringing in Heard County?
Because they not like us. That's why.
They not like us. They not like us.
Thank you, Kendrick.
You're welcome.
Okay. But I think we got the top 10 teams going into the playoffs in Division 1, though, right now.
I think so. Obadiah says, if they win, do they take the Regions Championship? Worth County? Yes. If they beat the Herons, they win the championship.
Thanks to Fitzgerald.
Just wet in the bed, and it just fell all on the floor into the baseboards and everything. I mean, you had a full 8 milliliters. You just went to sleep, and then you get up, let a full.
Now let me tell you what bothers me the most about that Fitzgerald. I remember my sister. Y'all know she was telling us about an interview that the coach had when he said they're not that good and stuff. And man, we ragged on Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald started surprising us, and Fitzgerald started rolling, and Fitzgerald was beating some teams that we didn't think they was gonna beat. And as soon as we took notice of Fitzgerald, they wet the bed against Jeff Davis.
I know it. Last time I put my faith in y'all.
And I did that for Thomas County Central the year before, and that's why they didn't understand why I was so on them last year. I put my faith in them. I said they would win that state championship. I would ride Thomas County Central like a mug, and they let me down. So last year, that's why I was so against y'all, because y'all hurt my feelings the year before.
When they got put out by Roswell.
When they got put out by Roswell, there was no way they should have lost that game. Thomas County was definitely the best team in 6A 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to lose. Somebody's got to play the fool. Let's see. Mr. Evans says when Worth gets this region championship this week, that will put Worth in front of Thomasville. Who lazy, Mr. Obadiah? Who was trolling? Who you be talking to? You just
He
have.
talking about me when I said I told them that I knew they was good and I was trolling them. Like I said, I didn't take away from y'all last year, Obadiah. I said I know you was good. And it was a
Oh,
thing that Mike was on you all and I wasn't, because the year before, if you go and listen to our shows 2 years ago, I was on you all and Mike wasn't.
yep. All right, Mr. Crookham. He said Lincoln County in the house, and Lincoln County is unstoppable. Okay.
Unstoppable? My lord.
Now, Manchester might have a little something to say about that, but hey, y'all are on it. Shout out to Lincoln County. Y'all really are doing a great thing. Y'all really are
Yeah,
doing
I
this
eat
thing.
crow on that because again, I didn't think you all would do that to Greene County. Greene County got a hell of a defense. Um, we said if they offense from what we saw, and I think some of the Greene County listeners agreed, if they offense would have gotten it together, considering they had a new signal call, a new QB1, that they would be a problem. But I know their defense was stout, and I couldn't believe you all would beat them like that.
Oh, yeah. Chris says word is T. Pruitt suspended a good bit of his players last week. Facts, not excuses on this one too. That's Fitzgerald.
Mm.
Who clapping? What is that?
Take
Okay.
your draw.
I don't know,
Check your draw.
but it's funny. You talking about who clapping?
Check your draw.
Did you?
Boy,
I don't
I'm
have.
gonna chop on my chicken wing just now.
I,
See, that
I
timer
really,
came on.
boy, boy. Y'all funny here. Y'all funny.
I am never talking to you ever again. Ever again. Class A
But I
division.
love you, babe.
Fuck you. Class A
It-
division two. I'm sorry. I
it's
know you.
Monday.
Hey, I know it, but you didn't. You should have said that. You stinking mother. All right, Class A division two. Let's go.
Oh crap! This is where I'm supposed to be talking.
Oh, good lord.
I got a mouthful of chicken wing. My bad.
Okay, so guys, on Class A Division Two, looks like the top we the same in the top four. I mean, we're switched up a little bit.
Man,
Only I think we got all the everything's the same except for we have early
Jenkins County.
county. I
Yep.
can I finish? You eat your chicken wing.
All right, mute.
We have Early County in our poll. They have Jenkins County in their poll. Let's see what other changes. I think all the other teams are pretty much the same. Yeah, especially the top 4 or 5. So thank you, Danny. We appreciate that. Mr. Map said they played like bull. They played like crap on Friday. It's going to be a first round out if Greene County doesn't get it together.
Yeah, I respect that coming from a fan, but I don't see a first round exit for Green.
Yeah, I don't see a first round exit either. So how? Okay, I know I asked this a couple of weeks ago, and I mean it might be a dumb question right now because you said y'all didn't play good on Friday. So do you have confidence in your quarterback? Has he before last Friday had he gelled with the rest of the team? You know, just let me know that in the comments. Mr. Pace says, "Thank you, Danny. We appreciate you." Chris says, "What do y'all think about Irwin?" I think Irwin stepped up to the plate. I think it's something about Brooks and Irwin. It's kind of like Georgia and Alabama. Kind of like Alabama, like Georgia. They always have. Um, they always have Brooks' number for whatever reason.
Yeah, Irwin would be a pretty good team going into playoffs. I think there'll be a third seat. Well, I don't know. I don't know what the thing. I know if Brooks can still win the region. Will probably put Clinch ahead of Irwin with the win. So maybe Irwin go in as a 3 seed. I know it's a 2 or 3. Either way it goes, they're gonna be a problem. Like if they're 3 seed, that's gonna be probably the best 3 seed in that division. And single A division too.
Let's see. Mr. Map says he doesn't have any confidence in the coaching. Oh my.
Oh
my. Mr. Sneed said, if Greene County plays Irwin, it will be a first round exit. We're going to knock their head off. Now, Mr. Sneed, what a difference a week makes. Let me ask you something, friend. Last week, when you were talking about how you were scared to be on the field with Brooks County, but y'all were going to line up, but you just didn't think y'all were going to be able to pull it out. Were you subscribing to the Vince Dooley philosophy of poor mouthing your team and you knew all along? Or were you just happy y'all came out and got a win and you so happy now you just that game gave you the confidence you need to say, hey, we coming for it all. We're coming to get back what was taken from you. Just let me know, friend. That's all. So Irwin will be a 3 seed if Clinch beats Charlton Friday. I think Clinch will beat Charlton on Friday.
Well, that's gonna be a dangerous 3 seed.
How is Clinch gonna be? Oh, they saying Clinch gonna be a 3 seed or Brooks?
Irwin will be a 3 seed.
And what book?
Brooks, then Clinch, then Irwin. Clinch lost to Clinch beat Irwin.
I know that, but Clinch beat Brooks. I mean, I'm sorry, Irwin beat shit.
Irwin beat Brooks.
Brooks.
It's a 3-way tie. And I guess what he's saying is by their tiebreakers, and they probably go for points differential or something, then Brooks would win it. Clinch would be second and Irwin will be third. Am I right or am I wrong?
We'll see. We'll see next Sunday.
Mr. Sneed said we actually got some things figured out. We have struggled defensively all year. Now that's the truth. But if y'all got some things figured out, y'all, whoever played that 3rd seed, watch out. Irwin is coming. Any thoughts on the tropical storm that's headed this way Wednesday through Friday in South Georgia? I need to read up on it. I haven't. I've been in my computer all day and been on the bank the other time. You know, sometimes they post your bill, they post your payment before they post your deposit. I don't like that. So I was on the phone with the bank. I hadn't really been paying attention. But I pray for anybody that's in the pathway of the storm, and I pray that you're able to get out and that you're safe. Okay. So private. Savannah Christian. You want me to do this too, Mike? Are you still your mouth still stuffed?
Yeah. It's the main difference is we didn't bring in Christian Heritage. We kept Whitefield Academy in there.
Okay, so y'all heard that, right? And I'll be honest, I don't think these people care. Who's right?
They don't care. They don't care about private right now, but they need to be concerned with private because it's gonna affect your seed.
Yeah, it will. Well, not in Division 2. It won't.
Because they're not pulling in the privates out of there.
So they're
you're right.
gonna be like 4, 5, and 6.
Okay. 3, 2 in Division 1. Need to keep an eye on these private schools. Make sure you see what they're doing because it's gonna affect those teams outside of the top 4 in the rankings. I mean, in the regions.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
Well, hopefully, Mr. Jones, we will be able to meet you. Meet you when we play for the championship, or maybe you and I can meet you when you come home to see your mom and daddy. Maybe we can meet you then.
Well, I guess I won't be meeting you this year.
You not gonna be in the dome, friend?
No, Peach County ain't gonna be in the dome, friend.
When you eating something,
Nope, I'm done.
stuff your damn mouth.
I need
What's going on?
I
Shut
need a
up.
drink. I need something to drink.
That's the last thing you need. You need some
I'm
water.
actually I'm actually sober right now.
You need some water.
No,
Mr.
I've
Walker,
been drinking what's that stuff you give babies?
Pedialyte.
Yeah.
Well, you needed that too.
Shit, it was a
Mr.
long weekend.
was very long. I'm so proud of you. I'm so
Let me
proud of
pull
you, Mike.
let me let me pull some more up right now. Girl, stop.
Mr. Sneed said we would have had to beat Brooks by 17 to win the region because we didn't. Charleston would have to beat Clinch, which would put Clinch at 2 region losses, and we would have the head-to-head against Brooks. Got you. So y'all do go by, point differential. I got you. What's going on,
Oh,
DeAntoine? How you doing? I ain't studying. Mike Marquise. Ain't nobody studying that Joker. Rocky said he said I was Mr. Irwin was right about Irwin
Oh,
being.
you was right about Irwin being in third
Um,
seed. Man.
okay, well, thank you, Mr. Hadley. Yeah, Mr. Farley said he mentioned that comment because makeup games are Friday night.
shit. Makeup games are Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
But we got some games tomorrow night.
But Friday night I will be in Seatown.
Cordell?
The Fountain City, baby. The Fountain City.
Oh,
I will have my face in the place. Yeah, I saw those pictures, Danny. They were really nice. Y'all had a great time. Y'all did a great job. He was there. He was at home for his mother's 85th birthday, but you had to leave right after October. Yeah, that was a great party. It was a beautiful party. Y'all did a good job. Y'all really did. So guys, we gave you 2 hours of content tonight. A lot of it was about the Georgia Bulldogs and the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys, but that's what we do here. We talk about it all. We just thank you. Yeah, it's about 11 makeup games, Mr. Farley, and we'll talk about it on Wednesday. Amen. Hallelujah. Wednesday will make a year that Marquise's grandmother has been cancer free. What a blessing. We thank God for that.
Definitely.
We certainly thank God for that. Keep on keeping on, Grandma. Keep on keeping on. We thank y'all so much. Again, just really hard to believe that we start a new season next week. Like, man, it's just gone really quick.
time has been flying, ain't it?
It has. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Well, I do know what I'm gonna do. Come January, I'm having surgery in January, so that'll take up some time. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Man,
Whew.
we basically got 6.5 weeks
My
left for
my my
football. High
my
school
my
football.
my.
I
Six
got a
and a
date
half
with the
weeks
back of
left.
my eyelids, man.
I know you do.
You
You
ain't
been
the only one.
really going. So, but before you do, I need you to check your messenger. Check your messenger. Y'all, we will see you on Wednesday. And y'all take care.
Good
Peace, love, and
night.
peace, love, and hair grease.